What if people keep lumping all their problems on top of you so you don't have any time to take care of yourself or to do your own thing? So first of all, you're going to want to save this video because I'm going to give you the key right here, and it's going to be broken down into steps. Your thinking is codependent. This is codependent thinking. You don't have a clear sense of yourself. Somehow you're going through life imagining that other people set your schedule. Other people decide and determine what you have time for. And that is just false. And if you want to get out of mental illness and emotional dysregulation, you have to be able to clearly distinguish yourself as an individual. And every individual, them and you included, has a responsibility on this planet, and their primary responsibility is to take care of themselves, to care for themselves. Everyone has that job. Because you don't want to be taking care of all of these other people in the world. It's not possible. So we need each person to first care for themselves, which means to be responsible for their own happiness. And you're not taking responsibility here for your own happiness. You need to take responsibility for your schedule, for your happiness. That's first of all. So second of all, you need to be able to set boundaries for other people. Here's some examples of common sense boundaries that someone like you might consider setting. And these are just examples, so reword them to your own preference. Hey, don't come to my house without texting me first. Don't call me without texting me first. Only call me within these certain time frames. When you're at home, the people who live in your house have to also have rules about how they can approach you. For instance, every day during a 2 or 3 hour block may be your personal time. Or maybe it's every other day. You got to pick what you need. And then you say, that's daddy's time or that's mommy's time, and nobody can disturb me during that time. So no interruptions during my personal time. You see how we're starting to create space for the self? You can say, you can't give me something to do. Don't tell me what to do. You can ask me respectfully if I will consider doing something for you, but don't tell me what to do, right? So as you go through setting up your boundaries, and you're going to word them the way that's going to work for you, it helps to push that distinguishing mark. That's a boundary, right? It's a borderline between you and the other sovereign entity. So they're responsible for them, you're responsible for you, and we can cooperate through communication, but the communication has to happen a certain way, during certain times, through a certain medium, and in a certain manner, with the right type of respect. Is that making sense so far? So instead of being codependent, you need to be healthily independent, and you can be interdependent with people and work with them. But you can't just allow people to lump things onto, they lumped it on top of me, now I have no time, I'm helpless, I can't stop people from taking up blocks in my schedule. You control your schedule. It's your job to determine if you're going to say yes or say no. So to this end, what you need to practice for the next 2 weeks is being a no man or a no woman. It's going to be no, 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 no. You're not going to agree to anything, especially not at first. So whatever someone asks of you or whatever they ask you to do, you need to practice saying no. You haven't developed the skill. You can put them off, you can stall them, you can tell them, no, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to do that. You're going to have to practice saying, I'm sorry, no. For 2 weeks, everything's going to be a no. Absolutely everything, doesn't matter who asks you, even your own spouse, everything has to be a no, because you need to refine yourself. And let them know that I told you that that's what you're going to be practicing, and if you want to. And when you think about it, when you give yourself time to think, because the no buys you time, a yes commits you, then sometimes you may decide, okay, yeah, I knew I wanted to do it, and now that I think about it, I still want to do it, so I'm going to say yes. So you can think about it, and you can come back and say yes, but you can never say yes up front. Even if you know you want to do it, you have to say, no, or give me some time to think about this, okay? So that's for an entire week. The other thing you need is that rule of 30 seconds. You're not meditating enough. I can tell you don't meditate. So what you need to do is just do micro meditations. You pause 30 seconds before you respond to anything that anyone says ever, even though they're not asking you to do something. Just pause. I'm sorry, it's a rule of 7. Did I say rule of 30 seconds? It's a rule of 7 seconds. So a rule of 7 seconds that you pause for 5 to 7 seconds, that allows your cerebral cortex to come online, and it allows you to get out of the limbic system. So you're just responding out of emotion with everything. It's like some type of fear you have, a fear of being rejected or what they're going to do to you if you don't do what they say. You need to get out of that. Just face the consequences. Is your mom going to be mad if you don't please her? Yeah, maybe. Is your wife or husband going to be mad if you don't please them? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe be displeased. Deal with the consequences. Welcome to adulthood. The truth is we can't please everyone. So we have to actually become very good at dealing with the consequences of when we disappoint someone, when we let someone down. And it's going to hurt. And you're going to feel guilty. But 45 seconds later, you're going to be like, I'm fine. You understand? So if you need help with guilt, you can Google or TikTok my name with the word guilt, and it'll tell you how to get past the guilt. If you're having trouble with fear, Google TikTok my name with the word fear. It'll tell you how to get past the fear. You can do a one-on-one session with me. Anyone can book a one-on-one with me. And make sure you're enrolled in healing school. But have this video saved and then rewatch this so you have all the steps. Do this and you'll be cured of your codependent situation here, because that's not acceptable for a grown-up.